Liverpool Football Club were founded in 1892. They joined the Football League the following year and have played their matches at Anfield ever since their formation. Liverpool established themselves as a major force in English football in the 70s and 80s under the likes of Bob Paisley, Bill Shankly, Joe Fagan, Kenny Dalglish. They all amassed 11 league titles and 4 European Cups between them. Liverpool have then gone on to win 2 more European Cups, 2005 and 2019, under Rafa Benitez and Jurgen Klopp respectively, the latter of whom led Liverpool to their 19th league title last season, 2020, the first in the Premier League era. Hello, I am Oliver James and this is Oliver's Football Stories. This is episode 1 and this is the history of Liverpool Football Club. And before I get into it, you can give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can also comment in the comment section below with any future videos you would like me to do, and I'll do them if I have to study, like history of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Accrington, Stanley, Burnley, Bolton, or like a major time for a club. Like the next video I'm going to do is the Leicester City story about when they won the league. That one should be interesting too. But anyway, without any further ado, let's get in to the history of Liverpool Football Club. Liverpool were founded in 1892 following a dispute between the Everton Committee and John Halding. He was the club president and owner of the land at Anfield. And after 8 years, Everton left Anfield to go to Goodison Park, which is still their stadium right now, and that's when Hardley founded and formed Liverpool Football Club. The rest is history, to be fair. Liverpool played their first ever match on the 1st of September 1892, a pre-season friendly match against Rotherham Town, which they won 7-1, and they fielded all Scottish players, and they were known as the Team of Max. They joined the Football League's second division at the start of the 1893-94 season. After finishing first, the club were promoted to the first division, which it won in 1901 and 1906 respectively. Liverpool reached their first FA Cup final in 1914, but they lost 1-0 to Burnley. Then they won consecutive league championships in 1922 and 1923, but then they didn't win another trophy until 1946-47. Appointing Bill Shankly. Upon Bill Shankly's arrival at Liverpool, he released 24 players. He converted a boot storage room at Anfield into a room where the coaches could discuss their strategy. That's where Shankly and the boot room members, which consisted of Joe Fagan, Ruben Bennett, and Shankly's assistant Bob Paisley, where they began reshaping this Liverpool team. Rest is history, like I said. The club were promoted back into the first division in 1962, and they won it. And they won the first division in 1964 for the first time in 17 years. In 1965, the club won its first ever FA Cup. Then the club won the first. In 1966, the club won the first division, but they lost to Borussia Dortmund in the final of the European Cup Winners' Cup. Liverpool won both the League and Europa League, I nearly said, which was back then the UEFA Cup. During the 1972-73 season, the FA Cup a year later. Bill Shankly soon retired afterwards, and along came Bob Paisley. In 1976, Bob Paisley's second season as manager, the club won another league and UEFA Cup double. The following season, Liverpool retained the league and won the European Cup for the first time. European Cup, the equivalent to the Champions League. But they lost the 1977 FA Cup final. Then Liverpool retained the European Cup in 1978 and regained the league in 79, a year later. They won 20 trophies under Bob Paisley in his 9 years at the club. Three European Championships, 6 league titles, a UEFA Cup, and 3 consecutive League Cups. But Bob Paisley never won the FA Cup. Bob Paisley retired in 1983. He was replaced by another boot room member, his assistant, Joe Fagan. Under Joe Fagan, Liverpool won the League Cup and the European Cup in his first season, with Liverpool becoming the first English side to win 3 trophies in one season, or in a season. But then in 1985, Liverpool reached a European final again against Juventus at Heysel Stadium, which what to follow is not good. Liverpool fans breached a fence which separated the two supporters, Liverpool supporters and the Juventus supporters, and they charged at the Juventus fans, resulting in a retaining wall to collapse, and it killed 39 fans, mostly Italian fans. The incident became known as the Heysel disaster. The match, surprisingly and shockingly, went ahead despite protests. Liverpool lost 1-0. So yeah, kind of karma came around there, didn't it? As a result of the tragedy, all English clubs were banned from European football for 5 years. Liverpool were banned for 10 years, but later it got reduced to 6 years. I don't know why. We couldn't really appeal and it being deemed unfair, though, could we? But 14 Liverpool fans received convictions of involuntary manslaughter, and Joe Fagan retired. In came Kenny Dalglish, a former player, legend at the club, known as King Kenny. During his tenure with the club, Liverpool won another 3 league titles, 2 FA Cups, including a league and cup double. Liverpool's success, though, was overshadowed by the Hillsborough disaster on the 15th of April 1989. 94 fans died that day. The 95th victim died in hospital from his injuries 4 days later. And then, as it is nowadays, justice for the 96th. The 96th victim died nearly 4 years later. He never regained consciousness. That's why the Sun newspaper is never allowed in Liverpool, because they slander Liverpool. But, you know, as people say, they would slander them because Liverpool were at fault for that Heysel thing, but they weren't at fault for Hillsborough, because to this day, 2020 right now, it has been proven it was not Liverpool fans. The Sun can apologise all they want. They will never be welcome in Liverpool, and as long as I live, I will never read the Sun newspaper. As a Liverpool fan, you can't, and to do it, we don't want shite around, do we? Then in the 1988-89 season, Liverpool finished equal on points with Arsenal, on both points and goal difference. But they lost the title on goals scored, because Arsenal scored in the last minute of the season. Dalglish resigned as he cited Hillsborough and its repercussions as the reason for his resignation. Then Liverpool brought in Graham Souness. He won the 1992 FA Cup. That was about that, and he was replaced by Roy Evans, who went on to win the 1995 League Cup final. And then Then they appointed Gerard Houllier as a co-manager. Then Roy Evans stepped down, I think 98-99, and Gerard Houllier took over on his own. And in 2001, Gerard Houlier's second full season at Liverpool, he won a treble: League Cup, FA Cup, UEFA Cup. The League Cup we won against Birmingham on penalties. The FA Cup was dubbed the Michael Owen final after he scored 2 goals in that comeback win against Arsenal, and the UEFA Cup was won on a golden goal against Alaves 5-4. But then we did go on to win 2 more trophies that same year. The resulting Community Shield against Manchester United, and we won the Super Cup against Bayern Munich. But then Gerard Houllier underwent major heart surgery in the 2001-2002 season after he collapsed at half-time, I think it was, of the Liverpool-Leeds game. Liverpool went on to finish second that season, but then the year later they won the 2003 League Cup against Manchester United. Steven Gerrard and Michael Owen scored in the final. At the end of the 03-04 season, Houllier was sacked and he was replaced by Rafa Benitez, former Valencia manager. Despite finishing 5th in his first season, he won the 2004-2005 Champions League final, 3-2 on penalties against AC Milan after the game ended 3-3. Still arguably the greatest Champions League final of all time and the greatest Champions League comeback of all time. Maybe that or the Barcelona one 2 years ago. 3-0 down at half-time, scored 3 goals in 7 second half minutes, went on to win against, they were the best team in the world at that point. And if you had seen our players, there was no one that really stood out at the time apart from Gerrard, really. The following season, Liverpool finished 3rd in the Premier League and won the 2006 FA Cup final, dubbed the Gerrard final. He scored a 40-yard belter past Shaka Hislop with cramp, beat West Ham on penalties after the match finished 3-3. The club reached the 2007 Champions League final, playing AC Milan again, but we lost 2-1. During the 2008-09 season, Liverpool achieved 86 points, the highest Premier League points total for Liverpool. They finished 2nd behind Manchester United. 2009-10 season, Liverpool finished 7th. Rafa left. In came Roy Hodgson from Fulham at the start. Then at the start of the 2010-11 season, Liverpool were on the verge of bankruptcy. John W. Henry, the owner of Boston Red Sox, took ownership on October 2010. Poor results led to Roy Hodgson being sacked. He was replaced by King Kenny, who didn't really have a short spell. He won the 2013 League Cup final against Cardiff, which we won on penalties, but we finished 8th that season, our worst league position in 18 years. He was sacked and replaced by an upcoming manager at the time, Brendan Rodgers, whose Liverpool team mounted an unexpected title challenge. But we managed to slip up to Manchester City, but though we subsequently returned to the Champions League, scoring 101 goals in the process, following a disappointing 14-15 season where we finished 6th and a poor start to the following campaign. Brendan Rodgers was sacked and was replaced by Jurgen Klopp, who's still at the club now. Liverpool reached League Cup and Europa League finals in his first season, losing both to Sevilla and Man City respectively. Liverpool finished the 2018-19 season with 97 points, losing only once, a points record for a non-title winning side. Jurgen Klopp took Liverpool to 2 successive Champions League finals, 2018 losing to Madrid, and the 2019 final where they beat Spurs 2-0. And then they beat Flamengo 1-0 in the final of the FIFA Club World Cup for the first time. Then Liverpool went on to win the 2019-20 Premier League season, winning their first title in 30 years. The club set multiple records in that time, including winning the title earlier than any club with 7 games to go, amassing a club record 99 points and achieving a joint record 32 wins in a top-flight season. So, that is the history of Liverpool Football Club summed into about a 15-16 minute video. Remember, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can also comment in the comment section below on what videos you would like me to do next. I've got two or three more that I'm working on to do. The next one is the 2015-16 Leicester City story. So, until that one, I've been Oliver James. Goodbye for now.